Macbeth analysis of Act 1, Part 2, Scene 4 to 7. Scene 4, the witch's first prediction is fulfilled. Firstly, in this scene, the witch's first prediction is fulfilled, as Macbeth becomes Thane of Cawdor. This happens as Duncan grants him Thane title, as he displays immense loyalty in the battle for Scotland. This is very, very ironic, as we find out later that Duncan's biggest traitor is actually Macbeth. Duncan in this scene also may see Macbeth as his potential successor. We see this because he goes on and on to describing Macbeth's loyalty and how much he appreciates Macbeth. This suggests that Macbeth may have become king even if he didn't go on to kill Duncan. In this scene, Macbeth is also battling with his own conscience, as he is trying to keep his black and deep desires hidden, even though they are brewing rapidly within him. His deep desires in this are his ambition. He hides them, for he wants to appear as a loyal soldier in order to trick Duncan and Duncan's lords into not suspecting him. Scene 5 is on Lady Macbeth's persuasion. Firstly, in this scene, Lady Macbeth reads a letter from Macbeth. In this letter, Macbeth is telling Lady Macbeth about the prophecies. The opening is very effective, for it allows the audience to get into the mind of Lady Macbeth and really see what she is thinking. When we go into her thoughts in the opening, we see that she appears even more ambitious than Macbeth and frankly much more ruthless and evil, as it becomes clear she wishes to coerce Macbeth into killing Duncan to achieve what he wants. This becomes quite apparent when she states that Macbeth is too full of the milk of human kindness to do this without her persuasion. Lady Macbeth also presents herself as quite evil, particularly in her soliloquy, as she presents a lot of evil imagery when she makes statements such as direst cruelty. She also acts like the witches a lot and sounds as if she is casting a spell in her speech, which makes her sound as if she is conjuring supernatural creatures by saying, "Come, you spirit." Therefore, the fact that we can see parallels between the witches and Lady Macbeth suggests that she is indeed probably quite an evil character. In scene 6, Duncan and his lords arrive at the Macbeth. This scene is dedicated to showing how hypocritical the Macbeths and Lady Macbeths are, for despite their plot to kill Duncan, they act as the perfect host and hostess. Duncan even shows gratitude to Macbeth in the scene for his loyalty, which exposes how evil and conniving the Macbeths truly are. Scene 7, Duncan's murder plot. This scene starts with Macbeth's soliloquy, where he ponders whether or not to kill Duncan. We can see that this is an issue battling his mind, as he even states that because Duncan was his host, he ought to protect him, not kill him. This makes the reader very tense, as we do not know what Macbeth will do next, as he is not sure whether or not he will kill Duncan. Despite Macbeth's doubts, we know that he is forced into killing Duncan by Lady Macbeth, who is very, very forceful and questions Macbeth's masculinity in order to coerce him into killing Duncan. This is evident as she states that Macbeth will be so much more man by killing Duncan. This shows how evil Lady Macbeth is, as even though Macbeth has moral doubts about killing Duncan, she is willing to coerce her husband into killing Macbeth, which again shows that Lady Macbeth's ambition is perhaps much greater than Macbeth is. Furthermore, her evilness is shown to a greater extent when she rejects her own femininity for her ambition, and even states she will murder her own child to try and persuade Macbeth to follow his ambitions and kill Duncan, which shows that the extent to which Lady Macbeth believes in her ambition is much greater than maybe Macbeth's, and that she really wants to persuade Macbeth in this scene to killing Duncan. I hope you found this video useful. Support us by liking, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. If you have any questions, post it on our forum at examqa.com.